Discovery, roger. There goes the beanie cap crew. Let's go ahead and check the tap in.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
103, Team Ecos. They look good.
Okay, and this is Nicole. Here we are down on the mid-deck. I'm still sitting in my seat, just getting used to my new space legs, I guess. And we're back up in the flight deck, so I'll hand it over. Accelerate toward the rear of the today, and batten it up toward the front, and that was kind of fun. TJ, after the had completed the burn. A little bit of commander, he was the last one out of the seat.
Well, good morning and greetings to all of our honored guests, to the college faculty and administration, to families, friends, and of course, most especially, to our 2010 graduates. First, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to share this day with you. It really is an honor to be here. It's hard for me to believe that it was almost 30 years ago. I think that's over a lifetime ago for a lot of you. That I was at St. Pete Junior College and in the aviation administration program. And I honestly believe that this program is what was the first real stepping stone for me to pursue my passion for flying, to later follow on with my aeronautical engineering studies, and then to ultimately be standing here today with you as a NASA astronaut. Now, I'm pretty sure that most of you have some celebrating to do after this, so I will try to keep it brief. But I'd like to start a slideshow in the background to play as I speak. I was blessed with the honor and the opportunity last year to spend 3 months living and working on the International Space Station. And aside from the launch and landing and the pictures of my spacewalk that you'll see up here, these are all pictures that I had the opportunity to take while I was on orbit. And I apologize because it's another one of these cases where the picture just won't do the real thing justice. I believe that our spacecraft and the view of our planet are just too beautiful to capture with a camera. So I stand here before you today as an example of what can happen if you follow a dream. It's still very surreal to me that I had the opportunity to see our planet from a 200-mile vantage point, traveling around at every 90 minutes at a speed of 17,500 miles an hour. And for some reason, I always thought that once I saw Earth from space, that it would seem like we were all pretty insignificant in the grand scheme of things. But what I found was the total opposite. Instead, every time I looked out the window, I had this sense of everything having its place and reason. Here we are, all riding on this planet that's situated at the perfect distance from the sun and providing us with everything we need to survive. And each of us has a place and reason. Sometimes that place and reason aren't all that easy to figure out, but I guess that's what life is really all about. So in commencement fashion, I thought I'd share some of the things that have stood out for me as I've been trying to figure out my place and reason. And my apology in advance because none of these are new. They all seem to hold very true though, and they'll sound a lot like what Julie just said to you as well. Okay, first, pay attention to the things you enjoy and let them guide you. I was so happy when I realized this simple idea. It was like one of those light bulb moments. It's going on and wow, maybe I really can have a job where I'm doing things that I think are fun. And I think there's a reason why each of us enjoy different things, that very different things bring each of us joy. And it's all about having a real passion for something. And it's great when you have a passion and it can be a part of your life, when it can influence and you can feel like it's influenced all kinds of things and choices that you're making, whether that's with your career or with your family. For me, flying was the passion that influenced me the most. I was really fortunate to have a father that loved building airplanes and flying airplanes. And as a family, we spent a lot of time just hanging out at the local airport. Some of you may know it, it's Clearwater Airport Park off of Hercules. And my dad shared his passion for flying with me, and I believe it was the single biggest influence on the path I took for school and career. So I found it's important to be true to yourself and let the things you enjoy help guide you. Next, and this is sometimes hard to accept, there are sometimes people that know you better than you know yourself. Along the way through school and work and just life in general, I found there were people that seemed to see and appreciate things in me that I just wouldn't necessarily see or appreciate myself. These are the people that I think now of as my mentors. For me, the biggest example of this was deciding to actually apply for the astronaut office. If it wasn't for the encouragement I received from these people, I never would have believed enough in myself to apply. It takes a lot sometimes to trust in yourself and know what you're capable of, but you should know that you can do yourself a big favor by trusting in the people who know you best. Be happy, be positive, and have a good attitude. There is absolutely no situation where this won't serve you well, even when things aren't going like you planned. And I can honestly tell you that I feel very fortunate to have spent 3 months living on a space station with a happy crew of 6. We worked hard and we had a good time. Now this is a Navy SEAL motto. The only easy day was yesterday. And I don't mean it quite as strongly as it sounds, but simply to say that every day will present you with its own unique challenges. And I think someone said once that we should look at these challenges as opportunities. Opportunities to learn more about ourselves, about our own capabilities, and about the world around us. And I don't know who that someone was, but I think they were right. Okay, these are really obvious. Take the high road, do your best, and don't forget the golden rule, to do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. These are the simple things that will always serve you well. Be true to your word, and always remember that the things you say and do can have a huge impact on others. And of course, the old stop and smell the flowers. Whatever the path you're taking after you leave here today, you should feel confident that you have prepared well, and you should take the time to discover and enjoy the little surprises that will meet you along the way. It's these little surprises that really seem to turn life's experiences into an adventure. I know when I went to space, I had very high expectations of what the whole experience was going to be like. And I found that every expectation I had was exceeded. And it wasn't because of what I expected to find or see there, but it was because of the little surprises, the little things that I didn't expect. There were things like the smell of space that was encountered anytime we opened up an airlock after a spacewalk or when a new spacecraft arrived and you approached its hatch. Things like how quickly and effortlessly our bodies adapt to a new environment. How floating and pushing you with your fingertip gently off a wall and grabbing the next handrail becomes natural for getting around and you don't even think about walking anymore. And for me, like many before me, I was totally surprised and in awe of the overwhelming and glowing beauty of our planet. Every day up there, I was blessed with the opportunity to spend some time looking out the windows towards home and seeing things I never would have expected. Moving around the planet every 90 minutes, with the orbit slightly changing and shifting and taking you over someplace new, with the sun rising and setting gracefully across the horizon every 45 minutes, the moon brilliantly just popping into view and then squishing as it set into the thin blue atmosphere, I couldn't help but look at Earth and see anything other than this living, beautiful thing that always seemed to be sharing some changing emotion or different side of its personality with me. Sometimes very calm and peaceful, and other times very dynamic and aggressive. I'm really thankful for the special surprises I've encountered along my way and while I was living on the space station. And I'm especially thankful that the design of the space station included windows. I hope you enjoyed the pictures from space that played in the background. I hope they help you discover something new about our planet and maybe something new about the journey you have ahead of you. For me, there's always some new surprise every time I look at them. And you should know that there are amazing opportunities out there for you. I wish the best for all of you, success and happiness, and that all your dreams come true. Thanks.